here. Just let me get a link to my stream for people. My channel. Alrighty. Alrighty. Hopefully this will help decide the 2 seed in the playoffs. I don't want that. Let's go. Training. Let's see, Texans like to run and zone blitz. You want to work on the cover 4, okay. Let's see here. Alright, welcome to the show. Ever may be watching, I don't know. Let me pull it up here. Maybe. Ah, here it is. Let's see. Let's see. Just going to pull up second screen. There we go. Alrighty, superstar. Joey Beasley will out Reggie Power. Alrighty. Sorry for the delay, we're just gonna get the game going here. Let's see. Alright, hopefully this gets me the 2 seed with the W. I mean, I gotta win to start with, but always kick off first. Second screen. Oops. Alright, I should be able to see chat now. Let's see.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one in store between the London Bulldogs and the Houston Texans.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the London Bulldogs and the Houston Texans. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And they're able to get this one
for the wrong
across
hole.
the 35. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
That's what I thought.
There, but it's
Houston.
incomplete. And let's take a look at the Texans' offense.
An offensive line play is not something that comes to mind readily, but it's always a big key in a ball game. And already these guys, they're getting it done up front. As we've seen this rushing attack have some early success.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Rosen. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Oh, come on. We're going to start with that.
I think this one's going to be on the defense
Seriously,
for jumping.
bro. Come on. You're better than that.
Lancey on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got a DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up. Wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. A big play there. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him. 2
plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. Now Winston. The quick slant caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. And, Charles, now we get our first look at this offense.
And one guy you have to look at in particular is Kyle Long. Can play guard or tackle with a nice degree of nastiness.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Let's go, team. Big series right here.
Again, it's Winston. Looking end zone,
that
but
was
it's
dumb.
incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be. And it's caught.
Braxton Berrios. Touchdown.
Braxton Berrios. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down.
Thank you. Trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34.
Oh, he's out at the 1.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Following the interception, Winston to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second and
come
goal,
on, Debo.
and he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. 3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. Winston toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Cocksuckers.
So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is into the end zone
for
a touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And Charles, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball.
Fucking bastards.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time. We give you a look at what's going on there. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Because I feel like they're going to run it. Bastards. Definitely going for a pass here, but
back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right?
What? Come on. I was right there. Stupid piece of shit. Really?
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exact. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Nope.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. A look there at the starters on the defensive side of the ball. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
Third and goal, Rosen.
Really? Come on, you stupid game. Let me fucking play the linebacker, you stupid.
With his 16th touchdown
Fuck off.
As his guys are on the board.
Wouldn't let me get to the linebacker. It was switching between D-back and fucking O-line and D-line.
Discussed in the huddle.
Come
Hey, if we
on.
put one in the end zone here, we've put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
Fucking
Gold
bullshit.
able to tack on the extra point, and it's now
Fucking throw up
13
the
to
field.
7.
Stupid.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And you can see they'll be the AFC South representative.
No,
for the moment, at least, they
Ralph,
still need to host a wild
No.
card game in that first weekend. Not the worst thing in the world.
Not the worst thing in the world, but for the AFC South as a division,
Fucking bullshit.
hoping that this will be the representative that wins that first round because it's been a little while since that's happened. So they're hoping to actually use that game, get a win, and advance deeper into the playoffs. It's been a short run in recent seasons.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch
That's
route.
a first
and he's
down.
taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play. First down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Good luck.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a play fake here on first down. Complete to Hilton. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football
He
League.
saw him
That it
coming
has.
from
When
my
he has
right.
to make
He
that throw on the
said no.
line, he's got plenty of arm to do it. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Jacobs. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And finding the tight end, Hooper. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
2nd and inches.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his football.
Of course they
See
would.
right through that defensive
Oh, well, it was Alex
as
Collins,
he'll
too.
be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the
What
run.
the fuck?
Well. Meanwhile,
Come
on
on.
3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone. but it's incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Okay. Take the points.
Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
And he shakes it. Thanks, game.
It's no good. And this score will stay right where
Fucking
it is.
Joseph, I'm so glad I'm not fucking resigning you.
That was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad
No,
a
Greg
miss as you
Joseph
can
just
have.
fucking sucks and fucking can't kick under pressure.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on second down. Rosen taking in.
Come on, why did you hit another button?
Taken down, but
Come
able to
on,
slip across
stupid
the
game.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
No.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Rosen will throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Taking it about the 16. And we take some time to spotlight T.Y. Hilton now. And he is closing in on the 100-yard mark for the day.
And it appears that he loved the fact that they're going to play this game earlier. You know, daytime, he's out there running around, feeling good about himself. Whatever his prep was coming in,
all over
he's
my
able to
runs.
get out there quick and fire away.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Winston. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Let's get it. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Easy. Hey, let's get it.
A first down throw for Winston. He's got it to Hilton. Past the 20. And touchdown. Boom. T.Y. Hilton, his 21st touchdown of the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Joseph now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this pass brought in by Brown. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Complete. Richardson has it. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Look, I couldn't get the
Give
play
them credit.
right.
They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Here's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
But apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. And he's going to go down again. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Houston. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
I love sacking it out of field goal range.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. We focus our attention now on T.Y. Hilton as he gets ready to head back onto the field. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense. Is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Got a man, that's Richie James. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. Play action now, Winston. James has got it, complete. 19 yards to pick up there, move the chains. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Jameis now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. And the catch made by Hilton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Ready. White 25. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Kill. Follow. Jim.
First down, Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Touchdown.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25
I could have
to
gotten
the
to the 30 if I
26-yard line.
fucking juiced.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Counter play with Jacobs. Trucks over him. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
Sorry, my TV shut off on me for a second. Hang on. Fucking TV. Okay, we're back.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Jacobs.
Oh, come on.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He caught that.
Third down there, but he cannot connect.
He caught that.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third
caught
down,
that.
you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Catch 1, 2. Really?
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
Fucking
And that's
bullshit.
got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag
Holding.
on the field.
Oh, I'll take it.
Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Rosen to throw. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine
pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Rosen said, oh, crap.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor.
He's checking.
On 1st down, Jacobs.
I meant to run inside of
Pierre Desir in on the stop.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Jacobs. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more.
Thank you.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Green, 17. Check. 53 is mine. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got nothing.
Throwing, Winston. And that is incomplete.
What?
He released that awkwardly. It almost...
What the fuck? Sorry, I don't know what happened there. Oh, okay, he got fucking hit. Really? Wow. He should have been sacked.
Like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
On second down, it's Jacobs. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They go play action. Winston taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Winston to throw for it on 4th. And he's got his man Hilton. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over. So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers.
For fuck's sake!
Either side looks on track in the ground game.
Come on!
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he will take this
Wide
one
fucking
in
open.
for a touchdown. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted.
Nice.
Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they take possession 2 yards away from
Thank
midfield
you.
at the 48-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So don't say nothing.
Following the interception, Winston. And he's going to go down.
God damn it.
Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
If I don't use that play, it's
Make
gonna
that
hit.
now 8 sacks for him on the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And it's a big turnover.
Come on.
The final play of the
God
quarter.
damn it.
Back now in Houston. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Hey, 55. Hey, here we go.
After the interception, here's Rosen. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Now a carry for Jacobs. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Third and short yardage. Winston. Complete to Hilton. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Let's go, baby.
They give him a gain of 38. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Winston. And that's going to be incomplete.
He dropped it?
A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Let's go. Let's go.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And finding the tight end Hooper. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down. Trying to punch it in with Collins. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
It's 40-14 with just under 3 minutes left. I think it's over.
He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. This will be caught once again by Brown. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Looking to throw again on second down. Rosen. This will be caught by Brown. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's going to get this inside.
That's what you get, bitch.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now Rosen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Another try after the first down sack. Rosen. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen as a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He's got it to Hilton. And some room to run now. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Ready? Slide 25. Let's go. Let's convert. Let's convert. Let's convert. 53. I got it. Check 99. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Easy, easy, easy. Hey, check motion man.
From the red zone now, Winston. And it's caught. Touchdown. T.Y. Hilton. Touchdown number 22 on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw is Rosen. He's got Jack Doyle. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. On third down, Rosen. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for London, a final win here means they'll finish at 14-2. And now they'll have the...
What a turnaround from last season. After finishing at 8-8 last season, missing the playoffs, to finish 14-2. It's a really good turnaround. And if I hadn't played stupid against Philly, it could have been 14-1 and not have to deal with this potential tie for the 2 seed, but what? That's not right. That will change after the week, I think. I think the week has to process before that changes. Yeah, because John was above me at one point. So yeah, that will process after the end of the week. After the week advances, hopefully. And hopefully, I'm above him because this is stupid if I'm below him. There's no way. I have more points scored than him. Granted, he's got more point. I have more points against, but my home record is not as good as his. But my away record is. I got more division wins than he does by 2. So that's just stupid that he's above me. There's just no way. I mean, yes, you're 4-0 against the NFC, but that's dumb. You lost 2 to your conference. So, like, yeah. I don't know if he had a tougher schedule or what, but we find out next week. Fuck you, Horton. Bitch.